Hi, I'm Joshua Barnes, and today my 5-minute short is going to be on collaboration across multiple teams. So, one of the things that kind of comes to mind often when we start talking about collaboration across agile teams or agile teams that are possibly working with teams using a hybrid or a traditional way of working are things such as dependency boards, right? And oftentimes if we're co-located, or when we were all co-located, right, we'd have boards with all the colorful strings showing all the different dependencies. Another thing might be where we've got team members from one team versus another that's attending their daily coordination meetings, their daily stand-up meetings, or we might have a subset of those team members, such as product owners getting together, or our team leads, or maybe our architecture owners getting together, or even possibly access to each other's Jira project. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about today is, how teams can coordinate differently. And I've had a number of both live streams and webinar type sessions that I've talked about using these virtual collaboration boards like Miro. It's a platform where we have sort of a ever expanding a virtual canvas, one big giant board. And it's great when teams use that, but what about how we can use that same type of a platform to coordinate across multiple teams? So, let's say teams are using a application lifecycle management tool such as Jira, right? So each team lead, each coach, each kind of role in DA, right, possibly is taking a screenshot of a Kanban board each day, right? So they've got a daily board. They're doing this hopefully for when they are in their daily coordination meeting. And all they got to do is take that screenshot and put it on a Miro board, right? And so it's one place that multiple teams can go to then and see, right, what kind of progress each team is making. They can see if they've got a work item, right, a story on the board, where it's at, where it might be done to better coordinate, right? So as we're seeing the workflow across those teams in one central location, it enables better collaboration, right? So, and this takes a very, very small amount of time. To take a screenshot and then take it and paste it into a Miro board, kind of seconds worth of time. Another thing that using something like Miro across multiple teams can do are things like sizing of stories, right? So if teams are using relative estimating, right, and they're using, points for their stories, one of the things they can do is copy those again onto the central board, the central collaboration board, not to normalize all of the sizing across, all of the teams, but it provides a frame of reference, right? So, a team has what they consider, a 3, a 5, an 8, a 13. They have a couple of stories that are just good representatives of that. So that the other teams, as they are coordinating their dependencies, as they're trying to collaborate better, they're able to get an understanding, especially if we're seeing, these snapshots in time every day from these Kanban boards, to see maybe when a story is going to get completed, or when they need to complete a story that another team is dependent on them for. So another thing would be something like, minimum business increments, especially when we've got these more complex minimum business increments where we've got, a enhancement that needs to be made in more than one product, an enhancement that needs to be completed by more than one team. Well, what we're able to do is visualize that in, again, a common place, easy to get to. We're able to also have information like, the definition of done for the MBI. I mean, because that is going to be something that all of those teams are going to need to support getting that next increment to its state of done, right? So lots of other things like that teams can better collaborate when they're using a virtual collaboration platform. Minimal time, huge amount of value that I've seen in working with teams do this. And there you have it, today's 5-minute short.